So this is the continuation of module 5, access list configuration, and we are now in 5.3.1, and this is to secure the VTY ports with standard IPv4 access list. VTY is virtual terminal for the routers. Now, to configure VTY or virtual terminal ports, we use the access class command in the configuration mode. So there are two steps to be followed to secure the remote administrative access to VTY lines. Number one, you need to create an ACL to identify which administrative host should be allowed remote access. And number two is, after creating or identifying the administrative host that is used to be allowed remote access, we need to apply an access list to incoming traffic on the VTY lines using the following command. So in the line VTY, type access // and then the access list number if that is numbered access list, or if it is access list name, and then the argument is going in the direction of the access list, is inbound or outbound. The in keyword is the most commonly used option for filtering incoming virtual terminal traffic, and then the out parameter filters outgoing VTY traffic, and this is very rarely applied. But the following should be considered when configuring access list on VTY lines. Both the name and the numbered access list can be applied to VTY lines. So it's up to you if you're going to choose name access list and numbered access list, both in standard or extended access list. And identical restriction should be set on all the VTY lines, because a user can attempt to connect to any of them. So remember, in a routers there can be 15 virtual lines or telnet line or VTY lines for each VTY line interface of the router. So we're going to configure a secured VTY lines using the same topology. So we have two LANs to demonstrate how to configure the ACL to filter VTY traffic. So that is the main purpose of this configuration. We need to filter a VTY traffic that is coming in to our router. We need to secure the telnet access to the router. Now, to secure the access, we need to create a local database by creating a username and password for local login, for local authentication for the VTY lines. And this command will create the local database for the user. In this case, we're going to use the admin as the user and protected by the secret password class. And we're going to use the name access list, standard access list, and we're going to create a name admin host as the user. This is the admin host is the name of the access list, and then on the local database that we created, our user will be the admin. Okay, so the scenario here is we will only permit one computer from LAN 1 to telnet the router. The rest will be denied. For example, if LAN 2 is going to telnet in R1, it will be denied. Okay, only one computer in local area network 1 or LAN 1 will be allowed. So that is our objective. So this is the command. This is the command that we're going to use. The username, we need to create a local database. The username will be admin and the encrypted password will be class. And then this is the command to add the name access list, IP access list, standard admin host. This is the access list name. And we're going to make a remark. This ACL requires incoming VTY lines. And then we're going to permit only one computer. And then all the rest will be denied for VTY. Then exit. And then we need to activate the access list from router's VTY line. In this case, we're going to configure line 0 to 4, the virtual line, VTY line 0 to 4. Then we'll use local login for the local login for the routers. And we use the command transport input for the telnet. And then access class, we need to activate, we need to apply the line VTY to this access list, name access list, admin host, inbound, that is going into the router. Then that's it. Okay, so let's go with the packet tracer to initiate this so this is the packet tracer. So we're going to apply the access list to this router. Okay, show access list. So currently we have two access list, permit host and permit the network 20.0. So what we're going to do now is to secure telnet from accessing router 1 via telnet. So we only allow one computer, which is PC1. So go to global terminal and then username. We'll create a database for the username is admin. Password secret class, and then IP access dash list standard. We use the standard access list, and then the name of the access list, admin host. Alright, and then remark this ACL secure incoming VTY lines. And then the command is permit. We only permit one host, 192.168.10.10. Okay, and then 0.0, that is the wildcard mask. And then deny any. So this time we use, although there is an implicit deny at the end of access list, but since we are configuring PC1 only, we are denying permitting one computer only for telnet. So we'll apply the deny any, then exit. Then after that, we're going to activate the access list to the line, to the virtual line VTY 0 to 4 lines, and then log in local for the local database login, and then transport input telnet, and then access dash access class admin. So this command is used to activate the access list in virtual VTY lines. So that is inbound. Okay, and that's it. So let us see, show access dash list. Alright, so we have the standard access list on the previous configuration, and we have the standard access list name that permit one host for telnet VTY secured VTY port. Okay, let us test. This is the .10 computer. Let us check. So telnet 192.168.10.1. So this is the gateway of the router. Okay, so and then our password, our username is admin. Okay, our password is cisco class username class username admin, password class. Okay, so we're able to log in to telnet to the router because the prompt of the router has shown in the prompt. So we are now inside the router 1. Okay, now if I'm going to telnet from other computer, let's say this one, which is not part of the access list, telnet 192.168.10.1. Okay, so since this is not part of the access list that is being permitted to telnet, the connection refused by remote host. Okay, what about this from LAN 2? We should expect also from LAN 2 that the computer should not be able to telnet the router. Telnet 192.168.10.1. Again, this IP address is the gateway of the router. So connection refused by remote host. So that means the VTY lines are secured from telnetting, secured from anyone using telnet except the PC1, which is allowed in our configuration in our access list. Okay, so this is how we secure our VTY. All right, so thank you for watching. In the next video we're going to configure the same scenario using extended access list.